In this video I will tell you exactly how to play one of the most annoying ships in the game. I think it was put in here so that we can get back at all the kids that put our plastic toys into shit when we are playing with them in the kindergarten. And best medicine for that is violence. But violence leads to nothing. Shut up, One Gaming. For F.Sherman. Well, actually more like F.Sherman. Cause I'm fairly sure you can play it with one hand whilst the other is busy doing something else. All that to the view of you outplaying enemies with your guns from a smoke screen. So prepare some tissues and other things, cause we're gonna make some enemies cry. Before we go into the fighting part, let's talk about what we have here. Ship is big with horrible concealment for a destroyer. Torps are, let's just leave it that they do exist on the ship.
What's that, brother?
AA is mediocre at best. In terms of speed, it's okay. However, Sherman is a gunboat with so much firepower that on arms race game mode it used to break the game as it fired faster than the game's tick rate. It also comes down with two types of ammo, normal HE and SAP shells that are kinda useless. From consumables we get standard hydro, American long smoke screen and defensive AA. In terms of captain perks and upgrades, well, we just go for a standard destroyer build. Nothing special, that's it. In terms of upgrades we go for the recommended ones. Reload mode, concealment system modification, propulsion, aiming systems, engineering protection and main armaments modification 1. In terms of flags, we just get everything that improves our fire chance, speed, hydro duration, smoke screen, AA, and obviously the detonation one. In case you're curious how to get hands on this ship, you will need to spend a lot of coal to get it in the armory. But getting coal is not that difficult. Okay, with boring nerd talk behind us, let's go back to making enemies cry part. We are the most annoying mother trucker in the neighborhood. As F.Sherman, your role is to be such a nuisance for the enemies to make them go AFK, uninstall the game themselves, fall into alcoholism from the misery and then develop a strong need to write romantic era poems.
The ship is on fire! The ship is on fire!
Never risk a thing when playing this ship. All you need to do is find a comfy spot from which you can shoot at enemies utilizing your 15-kilometer range. That spot needs to fulfill those criteria. Enemies cannot just go and radar you, so it needs to have exposed waters between them and you. It covers enough map to let you shoot multiple targets even if they start running, and they will. It gives you a possible way out to evacuate in case multiple enemies bomb rush you. Either have allies to cover for you, or islands in proximity that you can retreat once the enemies swarm you. When you find this spot, just smoke it. Turn on your hydro, aka early top wounding system, reload HE, cause SAP is borderline useless on this ship, and hold left mouse button on the closest enemy. That's it. Switch the enemies from time to time to cause fires on multiple targets. If enemy DD will be dumb enough to approach you, just shoot them dead. Once your smoke screen runs out, just wait couple seconds, maybe relocate to another spot with the same principles in mind like last time, and repeat the process all over again. Most ships in this game have no way of countering, all they can do is just accept it and do not play the game. Meanwhile, you are there collecting their HP bars and tiers. When you're moving into position, you can throw your amazing torps at random. They have a lot of range, so they will randomly hit something on their way there. Your whole gameplay is sitting in smoke screen, throwing rain of shells into enemies with one hand on the mouse, looking at HP bars melting away. Unless at the start of the game you notice one of these ships, just a Ragnar, Z52, Druid, Vampire 2, or when you notice that enemy minor is pretty sus and does not smoke up. In those cases you need to be slightly more careful, as being radared or hydroed out of your smoke screen by these specific enemies is almost always death sentence to you. Most of the time for them as well. In terms of team play, well, there is no team play. You just farm numbers very fast, ruining hopes for both teams to have a decent game. I don't know how one can actually enjoy playing this shit. Like, there's no thrill of the battle. Even in a game when I open water gunboat that cause like I was about to throw up from normal way this ship is played. Even after I ate all this damage like a dumbass, I still killed the flank, dodged the CV afterwards while on 1k HP, and he could not even touch me. I got defensive AA expert, I almost killed the CV too, and like just won the game. Counterplay to this ship, apart from those few other ships that I mentioned earlier, almost do not exist. You are the bully. You punish every class of this ship for just entering the battle. In summary, this ship has very few downsides, like torps, the angles and the amount of them, the concealment, and the fact that, well, being a dick is not really a nice way to play. And the pros is that you're a dick to the whole enemy team, and basically everything else, the guns, the DPM, the smoke screens, the fact that you can deal with like 99% of the ships in the game. I don't know what Wargaming smoked when making this ship, but well, I hope the Wargaming themselves do not know, cause I don't want them to repeat this.
This is so much cancer that I can feel the tumors growing on my back. And it's way down heavy on me, and it's not okay.
And that is just from making this guide for you. Well, I guess I'm gonna need to take a shower. Signing out.